right now we're driving just a little bit south of a wide spot in the road in northeastern California called Ravendale. It's got a paved strip out in the field that they pass for an airport, and it's got a state road station to do maintenance, etc. And it's got a hotel that it doesn't appear ever gets used as a hotel. I've never been able to discern if somebody's turned it into a home or if they actually rent out rooms by the month or something to the state employees. At any rate, it's just north of Susanville. It's right about, well, it's closer to Susanville than oh gosh, I always get tongue twisted on that town. Alturas. It's closer to Susanville than Alturas, but it's between the two of them, and it's a place. I'm gonna go back a little bit to the music and let it finish the song. Oh no, I'm not. The song's all done. I like listening to my XM. Getting over the mountain today was a little bit adventuresome, but like I said, it didn't take very much time. So tonight has been relaxing because there hasn't been anything to deal with. The wind gets a little bit loud occasionally, but not that big of a deal. I'll be parked in about 40 minutes or less. And tomorrow we'll begin our trip on up to Las Vegas, or on down to Las Vegas if you're looking at the map. Just a day of driving through the Nevada desert again and again. Can't get tired of it though, it's what pays the bills. I found out today that a lot of these grocery stores are not actually getting supplied as quickly as I thought they were. They are getting resupplied, but just not as quickly as I expected them to. I also found out that people from Los Angeles are going as far as Alturas to buy up groceries in major bulk from small farm town grocery stores. The only reason anybody would do that is for money. You're not going to drive that far for a carload of groceries for your house. I was really disappointed to hear that. If anything, we're learning about us, and it's a lot of it is spectacular, but things like that really disappointing. But people are going to people. That's what they do. Let's get off of the gloomy subject and just listen to some Killers for a minute on the stereo and watch the highway go by. But I don't know that song, and it's not really getting under my skin. Not falling in love with it. At any rate, it's been a long day. I was able to get unloaded. I was surprised pleasantly to get reloaded and find out that I will have freight when I get unloaded in Las Vegas to take me right back up into Oregon. So that's a good thing. And I'll be getting into Oregon on Friday and unloaded. So I will probably be able to go home for the weekend again. That's nice. I like that. And if I don't get to go home for the weekend, that will mean that I've got work, which is also nice. So either way is a win. I guess that makes it a win-win. I always understood win-win to mean both sides won simultaneously. But that's all right. If it was daytime, you guys would be able to see how barren this area is. I've put up short videos in the past coming out through this area. I'm on Highway 395, US 395, and there are times where it's pretty scenic. Colors are different throughout the year. It's high desert, a lot of sage grass and sagebrush, whatever you want to call it. The trees, some of them look like they're 1,000 years old. Maybe they are, but I really doubt it. It's just the way they grow. There is not a lot of water up here. I'm fairly certain that it's a lava basin from the old Shastina mountain rather than Shasta. These are vague things I've never really caught up on the details of. We're about to crest a hill here pretty soon. It's got a fair grade to it. It's always a little interesting in the truck. Gives you something to look forward to. Sort of a mile marker. There used to be a rest area on this hill. It was a really poor spot for it though, because a truck would warm up its brakes trying to come to a stop in time to get to that rest area, and it was too small. There was hardly any parking, maybe 3 cars worth of parking, and if a truck wanted to pull over and stop, they would have to. Yeah, that truck there, he's just pulled off on a Department of Transportation gravel loading area. At any rate, this rest area that's coming up, there was just shoulder of the road parking, and there's no plumbing in the old rest area. It worked on a dry septic system. No heating, barely any electricity. It was just almost an emergency bathroom. Not a place you wanted to stop and relax and watch birds. There's the old sign for it. You see all the white lights here on the shoulder, that's cones and whatnot. They've got it all shut down with K-rail. This area that we're coming into, the hill snuck up on me. I knew it was coming and everything else, and I got over speed. Can't go that fast in a truck, that's illegal. At any rate, this off to the right, you can see that the trees sit down a little bit lower off the shoulder of the highway, and there are some ravines and canyons and what have you, and they're fairly pretty to look at. If I ever had the time, if I had a different motorcycle and I wasn't working, I would love to come down here and spend a couple hours just parking on the shoulder, or if I had an Alpine or a BMW or KTM all-terrain touring bike, I wouldn't mind getting off the highway and going up the trails and taking pictures of the landscape from better viewpoints. Really is something else out here. Susanville California State Prison. And one of the kids that grew up in my neighborhood, when he got out of high school, he went and became a prison corrections officer and moved up here. And I came up here with his brother once and visited him, and we hung out. Don't remember much about that visit. We didn't stay long. I think it might have been one night or the weekend, but he had an incredible stereo system that we watched that was tuned into his, back then it was VHS. I don't think they quite had DVD yet, 1989, 88. But anyway, his stereo system was still hooked up to the VHS. It was awesome. We watched Pink Floyd in concert. That was super cool. And then he had one hell of a collection of guns. So we loaded up the pickup and we drove out to this area out here somewhere and found a safe place away from the highway and any civilization, and we hunted jackrabbits. And we didn't have any luck, which is fine, because I don't think they taste very good, and I don't know how to dress a jackrabbit, so that would have been a waste. But we killed a couple of innocent television sets and a few cinder blocks, a couple chunks of wood, maybe a tree branch or two. He had a law enforcement 12-gauge shotgun with a pistol grip and the folding stock and 5 shots. It was pretty cool. It was fun to play with. And that was the first time I ever fired a .357 round. He snuck it into the cylinder amongst a bunch of 38s. So it was quite a surprise. It kicked considerably more, and it was loud. It was really loud. But yeah, that's what I remember about that. Nice enough guy. And his brother moved on up to Idaho years and years ago, and I haven't talked to him for probably a decade or more. And I haven't talked to that prison guard fella for, gosh, well, 89. It's the last time I spoke to him, as far as I know. I might have spoke to him briefly when Facebook first became a thing, but I don't think that Facebook is conducive with his line of work. I don't even know if he's still doing it. He's probably retired by now. I'm just rambling. And I don't know if I'll put a link to this on Facebook or not. I just felt like talking to the air. Almost to Susanville, that's us. You guys see what driving at night in the truck out in the middle of nowhere looks like. Not much different than a car, actually. Good night.